Hey there, boys, girls, and squirrels. My name is Modstab, and welcome back to Minecraft, the series where I build things. In this particular series, we are building a giant castle, a giant monument, a giant thing of glory that is very loosely based off of another thing from one of the stuff and things, because I almost told you guys what it was from, but that would defeat the purpose. Now, I know it's not perfect, and one thing that I noticed that isn't perfect is I really don't like that on top. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot more, I don't know, natural? That's the right word. Yeah. Also, as you guys can tell, that's kind of weird. I don't like how off-centered that is, but I'm not going to replant. I went around, okay, so if you guys watched yesterday's video, which was, I'm starting survival, okay? I'm starting survival. If you haven't watched it, you should go check it out. Maybe give me tricks and tips. But 1.14 has recently come out. It's added stairs that we didn't have before. It's added blocks and functionality that we haven't had before. Like these campfires, I love them so much. Oh yeah, I forgot lanterns, by the way, which we'll go down here and show you what I did. Also, I filled this out, and I kind of have this space here. I filled out some of the road. This is a little clunky, but I don't know how else to do it. I wanted the big fancy buildings, like the extravagant ones, I wanted them to be on this portion because it has a much wider road and just fits the aesthetic better. And it also is going to give me some inspiration as I go down the line and get better at things. I'm going to be able to see where I've improved, how I've improved, and what I've done. Although I keep trying to improve these guys as I go. And then we get down to these smaller roads. They're just going to be they're going to have no white paved blocks or white concrete. They're just going to be straight up. And I want it to be, as you can see, here's a road sign. I want it to have like the idea of like merge right here because, well, merge right. And then I want like a fantasy area to kind of be like maybe our big or fantasy areas can go down there. And I wanted an idea of having like a countryside area, and I'm thinking over here in this particular region, where we can do some more like, I don't know, more realistic stuff, just making it look pretty. And then we have kind of our rural thing where I'll build like some of these kind of houses, like my particular house here. This is actually turning out a lot better than I thought it would. I'm going to be honest with you. And with a lot of the new textures and blocks, we might be able to refine that. But that does bring me to my first statement of the day is, with the addition of stairs in multiple different styles, I want to first point out this is what the building looked like before. This is what the roof line looked like. We had just a sandstone slab. That's it. But they added end stone stairs. Now, I know it's not a lot from up front. Like, it just kind of blends in. But when you're down here, it adds a multiple tiered kind of effect that just gives it a lot more life. So from ground level, it looks better. From straight on, not so much. But with the stairs, I was thinking we could either do the end stone that blend in really well, or we could do the sandstone, which have a little bit more contrast or a different color, a different texture. What I want you guys to do is down in the comment section below, give me your honest opinions. Give me your votes. Do you like the sandstone stairs or do you like the end stone stairs? Which one makes more sense? And I also went a little bit crazy off camera. So I added, I started what's going to be kind of the, I guess, platform in which this second tiered area is going to come off of. Just because, well, 1.14 happened and I really went build crazy. And then we did some of this kind of stuff here, like we did on the opposite side, where we had these guys here and they come down. Now, the same thing stands for these. I like the end-stone block for all these, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me get some stairs in here. If I like the end-stone or if I like the sandstone. Because that really pops and it really gives contrast. So once again, second section, do you prefer the sandstone or the end-stone stairs on this part? Or would you even like to see maybe something like this? Give it a little bit more of a metallic feel on this particular portion. You guys let me know in the comment section down below, and I will do whatever you guys ask. I'm indifferent. I would say that I like how the Endstone blends in, but I like the pop and the contrast of these. This is my favorite, but I do want to hear your guys' opinion, and I promise whatever you guys vote for, I will do that, even if it's my least favorite one, which I think is this. I'm just not sure yet. Anywho, we are getting very, very close to getting the outside taken care of. Also, yes, guys, I'm going to do it. 1.14, they added a bell. Now, one thing I want to point out here is, well, it's a tiny little bell. It's just a little bell, but... Oh, let's get up here. Hello. Hello. Bells! Yes, we have bells. And I'm just going to put it all around this thing, okay? If you didn't know it was a bell before, who are you and why are you not living the dream? Okay, the dream of bells. Do they make different sounds? Probably not. That's so cool. I love it. Anyways, so we have bells and bells and bells. It's bellception. Brrr, bells. Okay. Devin is done with his craziness. Devin is done with his rambling. We're now going to get to the building process of kind of finishing things up. Now, a couple things I noticed in the images that I see here is outside of like that guy here, I think we mostly got the top done. I really do. There's not much more we can do on this end of things outside of figure out what you guys want to do here. I'm not entirely sold on the windows now that 1.14 is out, honestly. I might simplify it, but I do like these more simple windows, and I think that's what I might end up going with if you guys don't give me, like, if you guys don't have a particular input on that, because they're just a lot more contrast and poppy, but there might be something else we can add in there. Also, campfires. I love them. They're one of my favorite blocks now. Anyways, so now that we have that taken care of, there are a couple things here. Now, I got to figure out how I want to build it, but we do have some more pillars with fire on the top, 2 on this corner and then 2 on the other corners. And then that's it. But I did want to make this, it doesn't, from what I can see in the picture, it doesn't look like this is a walkway in particular, but I do want to make it a little walkway. So give me some time real quick to brainstorm with some of the new blocks that are out, and I will be back and reveal to you what I have chosen to do. All right, guys. So after after a lot of trial and error, many trials and error, all the trials and error, we are brought to this little guy here. Now, I wanted to do a couple things. I kind of wanted to tie it in with these guys here, color scheme wise. And now what I'm thinking, and this is the one why I snapped to it in this particular spot, is do you guys want to see these upside down stairs in this particular portion as well? It seems to tie it together a little bit better than having it stand alone. For now, I'm going to leave them in, but once again, I do want to know your guys' opinion on that because all the things are the good things. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm just going to replicate it 3 more times because we have to have it on each corner of this particular region. So I'm going to get that squared away and then actually, no, I take that back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly step for step how I built it, and then we'll go from there. So as you can see, we have the stairs, and then we have 2 visible blocks. So we'll go ahead and get that squared away. This one that fills in the middle, frankly, doesn't really matter, but you just need to have it 2 high. And once again, this middle block is nothing but a placeholder. And then you have the upside down polished diorite stairs. All right. So we'll go back over here, polished diorite stairs, and we went around all of it this way. We didn't exclude the weird alternate corners. And then what I did, as you guys could probably see, is we went here and we have these guys. Now to bring a little bit more of an organic flair or texture or a weathered look, I wanted to put a fence in, and cobblestone didn't quite fit right. The mossy cobblestone didn't quite fit right because it was too chaotic looking, essentially, for lack of a better term. And this guy looked a lot more like the in-stone bricks as far as how it came together. And so I decided to go that route. And then on top of all that, you will put the stairs in the upright position. Alrighty. Now that we got that, now we go over here and we have, that's right, 1 open block arenas. So we have 1 open block here, and then we have the upside down stairs and finish it off with those guys. All right, and so what I went ahead and did was I just put this here just because, well, frankly, it's easier to work with. You got the upside down stairs. Get this guy going. Get it living the dream. And then you put 4 campfires. I love these campfires so much. You can put them on top of each other. That's kind of fun. They're so fun. And on the very top one, I put a diorite wall. The diarrhea wall. Diorite wall. Because, well, it tied it together a little bit better. And so now with those on the end, you have... I love how the smoke bellows. What are you doing, Devin? You put them up a little higher than that. So I didn't do an exactly correct that time. That was my bad. I went ahead and put that in. Why? Because, well, frankly, I think I left that in. Or did I put diorite in the middle? Looks like I put the diorite down. So we'll just go ahead and replicate that, I guess. That way, it makes more sense because, well, you're not burning on top of wood. But anyways, now those are absolutely cracked. And I love the smoke that the campfires make. They're so fun. Now, the only thing I wish you could do is I wish you could maybe do like for survival mode, maybe you can separate the meats a little bit more, like a charred meat here versus just a standard cook in the furnace. I don't know. Maybe that is me, but I love that. So we're going to go ahead and replicate that 2 more times on the other side, and then I will be right back to Geno's. And we are back at Reno's. So now we have 2 of these guys, each on the corner there, and we'll figure out what we want to do on the inside. And we do have the fences here because I wanted to make it a usable floor. Now, one thing I did notice, or I'm pretty sure, let me make sure here. Yeah, okay. So they're on the same level. That would have been awkward. And then we have the other 2 over here with the fences. It looks identical to the other side. Now, one thing I want to do is I would like to... let me get rid of this guy and put some stairs in. I would like to at least get this guy up and running. And so one thing I wanted to do here, just to kind of create that illusion of having a slightly thicker frame, but also not making it so thick that I have to like really work around, like making it look a little bit more real. And I know this is Minecraft, and I know that, well, frankly, it doesn't really matter because it stays as intended because it's Minecraft. I did want to make it look a little bit more realistic in the sense of it would have to have something load bearing because this type of brick isn't just going to stand out there like 3 feet thick and just stay there. That's just not how it works. And so I kind of did this little kind of staircase thing just to make it look like I had wood and metal kind of pillars holding things up. So it is what it is. Now, what I kind of want to do, I don't know how well this will work or how well it will look, I should say. But I did want to kind of put a fence out here. And I know I can tend to get carried away when it comes to this kind of this kind of stuff because, well, I like it. I like it a lot. Now, my only problem here is you can't really see over it. So maybe what I could do here, let me get this guy squared away. Maybe I can just raise it up 1 full level and just leave kind of that gap there because I like how that looks, like this little tiny gap here. I don't know why, I just like it. So I'm going to fill this in and then we'll see if well, before I do it, yeah, so you can kind of see down there and you can't really jump over it or nothing like that, which is fine, but it's mostly to kind of survey the land. I like how it looks, so we're going to keep it. And then what I will do is one of my favorite things to do in these particular kind of builds is create a lot of layers, like a lot of levels, excuse me, is probably the more correct term. And I like just how that looks, the feel of being able to go up and down and technically being on the same floor, but changing your altitude multiple times. Just, it feels so good. And one of my favorite ways to do that is kind of like this weird, bold shape, for lack of a better term. We're going to put it over the fences because I don't think I'll need it. It's kind of like has this bowl shape about it. And so what I like to do is stuff like this. And will that work? It'll just barely work. Let's put it that way. Don't like that. Why do you do that? Because I'm not doing things properly. That's why. More than likely. Now, let me figure this out. So we got to go here, right? In order to keep that one working properly. And then we could do something like this. Now, my question to myself here is, will this actually work when it comes to reality? Or am I going to have to move them over one? I think we're going to have to just move them over one, because I really don't think it's going to work or look correct. All right. Yeah, I think that works. Anyways, it kind of has this bowl, this alcove, and it doesn't look quite right as it stands, just because the nature of how stairs work in this game. And I could just do... I could just do platforms on this, right? That would eliminate any of this issue. Let's try doing something like that. All right, let me get those slabs, which, by the way, exist now. Golden. All right, let me get me some of those in stone slabarinis. All right, so now that we got that, that'll take care of a lot of that awkwardness that happened there. Now, do we want to curve these guys back? I like how that looks. It's a little bit more kind of regal, I guess. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Yeah, I like that. It kind of, although you can't, like, you can get stuck. No, you can't. Oh, that's interesting. I appreciate that they did that. I like this feeling of kind of walking in and changing levels up into here and then being able to survey the land. Hey, there's my house. Anyways, I like how that looks. And there will be a doorway here. It's probably going to be a single door. Oh, hello. Look at all this. Look at all this empty space that we're going to be working with. We'll figure that all out once we get to the interior. But let me see where we're at on the exterior real quick. What do you guys think? Do you like having these like tiered areas and whatnot? Are they fun? Are they not fun? Is what it be, right? Anywho, so I kind of put these there just for my own specifications because frankly, I like them a lot. But there is one thing that does need to be done. Let me look at what stairs we have here. And I think in this particular instance, I'm actually going to do the mossy cobblestone stairs. And then I need also a dirt block. No, grass block. There we go. I need a grass block. And then I need, what do we got here? What do we got for saplings? We got the dark. We got acacia, jungle, birch, spruce, and oak. I think on this particular one, we're going to do oak. All right, so now the building begins because we have, what is it, 3 trees going on. Yeah, we have about 3 trees going on. And let me see. I think we're going to start this one here. All right, we're going to kind of give it that whole like potted feel, I guess, so to speak. Put that guy down. Now, where is my bone meal, baby? Bonham. Bone meal. All right, we'll get rid of the fireplace because I don't need it right now. Golden. Now, is that tall enough is my question. Coming from down here. Let me try something different here. I don't like how tall that guy is. But I know there is a trick to make them taller. So let me try that really quick. So we're going to do this here, and I'm just going to build some stuff up. Yeah. All right, so we got 1, 2, so this will be 3, so that should do the trick. Now, is that tall enough? The stupid, dang it. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to go with another tree. Let me get this all organized, and I will see you guys when we return with the correct answer to this dilemma. All right. So I think we are pretty much done with the outside here. So I have this little framework going on. I'm not sure how I like it, but in the build I'm getting my inspiration from, it has something like this. Now, what I did to kind of customize, I made it a little bit my own and changed the kind of stylization of it a little bit. I brought this guy in to bring in the color from the woods and the fences from up there and things like that. And then we have the staircases for these, and they are just the smooth sandstone. Now, to show you guys how I did it, I left this last one blank. So all you do is it's upright stair, and then you go right underneath. You do a upside down stair, and then you do an upside down stair there as well. Now, one thing that's a little bit different on this side that I didn't have to struggle with on the other side is on the very end there is one extra kind of space. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill it in to kind of keep that whole wave kind of feature going. It reminds me of like is the Victorian era the proper time frame to be thinking about that? I don't know, this is just kind of what it reminds me of. So I'm loving it. And one thing I wanted to do is, because I wanted to keep these all on even blocks so things weren't just awkward and weird, I did upside down stairs, obviously here, because we talked about which one you thought looked better potentially in the first part. And then what I did was I did upside down stairs here, except on the portion where we have the stairs, because to keep it even, we had to do a slab because I didn't want to cover a full pane. I did a slab on the window panes and a upside down staircase on the non-panes, because I wanted it to still have that illusion of kind of having that peak. Now the peak is shortened a little bit, which is a bit of a bummer, but is what it is. Now, because we have altered the build ever so slightly, do you guys prefer the end stone staircases with the new inlays? Or do you prefer the sandstone staircases with the new inlays? Now, from the ground floor, once again, the end stone is the way to go. It's just amazing. But I do like straight on the texture change here. I think the end stone will allow us to have a little bit more separation here. So I think I'm going to go with end stone, but I do want to hear your guys' input. Which one do you guys think is going to be better? Now, that being said, I think we are completely done with the aesthetic piece, or I shouldn't say aesthetic, the shaping pieces of the outside of this build. Now there's a couple accents and things like that that we can add on and refine and get a little bit better. Also, this is lopsided. This is lopsided, right? Oh, I know what I did. Because I am the champion of all things glorious. There we go. Now I just need to get an upside down stair of this guy. Boom. There we go. All right, so one thing I forgot to change was I forgot to change this pillar to be exactly in line with that one, so I had to kind of redo that off camera, which made the recording session a lot longer than it needed to be. However, from top to bottom, we have like a little pinnacle up here, and you can't really see it from the ground, which is a bit of a bummer, but if I were more concerned about the build size and the build height in Minecraft, we could have fixed that and made it a little nicer. I would have liked to take these red guys and make it a little bit more of a peak, but we still have to have like the pinnacle, the tippity top, the big bad boy here. And what I'm thinking I might do is maybe just be a little squirrely and what is it? We got lanterns. Oh, not the right words. Not the right phrase. We have lanterns here, and I think what I'm gonna do is just, can I? No, I can't. It has to be a full block, doesn't it? Bummer. Can I put a wall down? That's awkward. That's really awkward. Welp. Slab de chinos. Oh, that's so bad. But I want my lanterns. What? Because they're slabs, Devin. They're slabs. Nobody loves you. All right, that's hideous. We're killing it. Killing it with fire. Killing it with fire. All right. I'm over it. I'm done. Living the dream. Just going to drop one so that I have an even number. But yeah, we have the top here. The bell with bells. Bells, bells, bells. Oh, you have to hit it from the side. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm done. Every time I come up here, I'm going to be like, ringle, dingle, dingle. Okay, so we have this full platform up here. Now, the one thing we do need to finish for this area is the glass panes. Now, I think I'm leaning heavily towards this, but I still want to hear your guys' opinions on that. Do you like the left or the right? And then the same thing kind of stands for this guy over here. Do you like this guy or the one on the right? Now, I like this pattern that has kind of that cross with the circle around it. It's just a lot more simple, but I do like the idea of the others being a little more chaotic. They're a little bit more fun. I don't know, but it just fits. And so, yeah, give me your opinion on that. And then give me your opinion on the staircases down here. But then we have this third tier, which we're going to build out. I love this walkway. It's really cool. It has kind of a porch patio type feel to it. I love all the upside down staircase and things. It creates so many layers. And what I might do is frame this guy here. These overhangs I might frame with stairs as well. Let me just kind of get a feel for how that's going to look. See if it'll be too chaotic. And I'll just put it as a pillar in front of this guy here real quick just to get a feel. I don't know. It might. I don't know. You know what? We're just going to do it. We're going to do it because I need to reward you guys. I haven't done a whole lot of anything in this episode outside of ramble and erase things off camera and try them in different places. So we're going to try this overhang. And if you guys absolutely despise it, then I will absolutely fix it for you guys. But until said time, I'm going to leave it because I think it's a nice little texture. And once again, adds multiple different level changes or like inclines and declines and things like that just bring it to life a little bit more. It's less monotone, less one level, one I guess elevation, one curvature. It rounds itself off and it looks a lot nicer from here. I'm not gonna lie. I love it. It looks a little bit more elegant as well. And then we come down here. We have 3 trees on each side, perfectly evenly placed. Oh yeah, and they're not the same height across the board, which is fine because I want them to be a little bit more organic. But I think we're done with the outside aesthetics of the or the outside structure pieces for the building, which is awesome. The only thing we have yet to do is figure out how we want to take care of this aspect. Do we want to take the? I think I want to take this wall and build it all the way across, bring it down to here, and kind of make it even with the castle. I'm not sure. Maybe make a little jaunt. But I haven't surrounded this yet because I do want to hear your guys' opinion on that. Speaking of, get rid of you. Just for now. Upside down. Any hooser. That's going to do it for today's episode. I think what we'll do next time is we'll figure out whether you guys like these or the end stone. Whether you like those guys or the end stone staircases on that particular aspect of things. And then we will go from there by, I wonder, actually I kind of wonder, should I do stairs like this? Okay, stop, Devin, stop. I'm way off track here, so I just keep going, I like how that looks, actually. We might end up doing that next episode. Alrighty, anywho, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's episode. Remember, liking, commenting, subscribing are all great tools for you to get in touch with me. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, and what you want to see next. Remember to give me your inputs on these structural things. Do you like one over the other? Let me know in the comments. And as always, I love you guys, and we will see you in the next video. A toodly doodly doo.